god. Okay, make sure my mic was actually on. Using the wireless one, so it's, you know. Basically, we changed a bunch of stuff for our druid, or at least upgraded. We're using full Eisenheart sets. I had to kind of move things around, kind of trick the game type of thing, where it gives you bonus stats, so you can wear your gear when you don't have the required stats for it. But this is basically what full Eisenhearts gives you. It's going to be a little more heavier on the strength side with Eisenhearts, but it is still relatively actually good, especially if you plan to play something like a physical user, so Shield Barbarian, usually a Paladin, in your case, a Were-Druid. Not really so much for the Assassin. You could, if you plan to make something like a martial arts one, but you'd probably be better off with the Claw because it's going to be faster. Amazon would really make no sense, considering that you wouldn't gain the full bonuses because one of them requires a sword, and then you have Sorceress, who you technically could rock with Eisenhearts. If you want to make like a heavy strength Sorceress for some oddball reason, you could. And then there's the Necromancer, but you'd be better off with the wand anyways. Still rock with Harris's thing too, so we still got these gloves. Using somewhat of Angelics gives us 10 extra dexterity, that's 75 to life, and so on and so forth. Using an Angels because it gives you that, you know, reduced damage, stuff like that too. So, and just a couple little aquarium charms as we normally found them. So, God, it's cold. Skills wise, let me move my get here real quick. Move my camera over to the side so you can actually see this stuff real quick. We put the 1 point to Oak Sage, so we have that. Gives us that extra life. We finally got Maul. Maul was not exactly as good as I thought it would. Basically, the more you hit it, the more you hit the enemy, the more damage you gain, I guess. But it also gives you stun too, so there's that. The 1 point in WereBear, Lycanthropy. We did put 1 point to Cyclone Armor. Like I said, it's going to help out a little bit when it comes to Scarabs, but you really have to start dumping points into there. Just to maybe at least a maximum of like maybe 100 absorption should do at least a decent amount. That's really about it. So, let me move my thing back over here. So, hope you guys is oh, and when you do Cyclone Armor, you actually have to put it on before you shape it into your were form, just because otherwise it won't work. And the other thing I forgot to mention too, you can't technically make a were elemental because you have to actually activate your spells before you actually go into them. So you're using something like Hurricane or Armageddon are really your only two ones, because the rest of them actually require you to be in human form. These you can, just because they're already pre-activated, so once you activate them you can switch into your other forms. At least I know with Armageddon. Not sure about Hurricane, so be wary of that if you ever try to make a elemental were form druid for some oddball reason. So. And then we end up getting our sorceress assassin to Health of Difficulty last night. Got her to like Act 3, so actually in total from all my traps I do more damage with her than I do my own sorceress. And there's like a 20 level difference. What the hell are we doing here? Oh yeah, we gained did some grinding. We're level 13. As you can see, our resistance is something like that. 535 life. I may eventually have to find my classes around here somewhere. So, and then whatever required strength and dexterity so far. So, but gems, they're important. You never would really think that gems would ever be important, especially in single player. When you start realizing when you have mods like plugins that allow you to make ladder rune words, then you start realizing how important gems actually are, because you start eventually needing flaw gems and then mid-level gems to upgrade runes. You know, unless you're like a big hoarder of just random crap, gems is the one thing you just don't ever bother with later on in the game. Just because they're pretty much useless. But like early on in the game, you're using ship gems, you're using your floods, and sticking your bows, your mercenaries, and crap like that. But you guys are too low level for me to get any experience anyways. And then we did some magic farming in the pits with our sorceress. Before bedtime, we end up getting another arachnid's mesh. I got like 8 of those goddamn things. And then one they kind of put like salt in the wound. It was a superior unearthed wand. And if you don't know what that is, if you get a unique unearthed wand, that's Death's Web. It's one of the like rarest items in the game. They dropped a superior one. I'm like, oh, just a tad salty. It's like, I don't really go for Holy Grail items. If I get them, I get them. But it's like, that would still have been like awesome. I get like those. Come here, you walking blueberry. Get over here. It doesn't get that like monster shrine. That's exactly what Monster Shrine actually does. If you don't know what it does, basically just turns a random group of either enemies or a random enemy that's within that area to like a unique or a champion class or whatever they happen to be. We need the waypoint, and end up watching Ginger Gaming Mentor. He booted up, going to Diablo 1. Apparently, was to put Diablo 1's battle back up. So far, what we've been able to tell is that with the original Diablo 1, if you have the original disc, it does work, but you have to go into the files in order to sort some things out, because otherwise they'll give you a bunch of BS about not wanting to load. You can't join games and so on and so forth, crap like that. A bunch of filing crap you have to do. And if you have the digital copy of it, it won't work at all. So it's like, I wouldn't mind playing Diablo 1, and I installed it last night too, just to see if it would even work. It does work, however, because it's such an older game and have 1080p monitors. It gives you like kind of like that rainbow color graphics tear look, and I doubt I'll ever play Diablo 1 on my system if it gives me something like that, where it's all like the colors are all like rainbow distorted and stuff. So I have yet to figure out how to fix that problem. I wouldn't mind playing Diablo 1, but God, that game is such a pain in the ass. But I get a recording in here before we go get some lunch and stuff too. So it's always nice to have an electric blanket. If you don't own one, get one. Trust me, they're worth it, especially in the goddamn wintertime. It's like, get like an electric blanket, get like a nice like comforter, and just slap that sucker right on there. You'll pass out quickly. I love my electric blanket. I got like 2 of them too. Oh, and I can't remember if I ever told you guys, but following updates, when we were doing torch runs, I ended up doing like the whole key sets that I showed you guys. I ended up using all those. It gave me like 5 torches. We ended up getting what was it? A necromancer one, like assassin, a druid, and 2 sorceresses. And so we have sorcerer's torch on our sorceress now. We have just got the assassin torch on our assassin. And where the hell is the goddamn waypoint at? As I'm rambling on. Like almost 10 minutes in, just rambling on. And more goddamn druid torches I'm gonna have to deal with. I've yet to get that goddamn paladin torch. And it's like, key farming is so goddamn exhausting. even with like, there it is, sitting like 185. I still don't know how the hell people would do it. 185 faster cast rate. Apparently you can hit 200. Still don't know how to figure out how people are getting 200, because even with like Spirit, that's 35. Even if you get something like a Circular or a Diadem or a Tiara, you only get 20 on that. I was rocking Ormus, that's an extra 20. Arachnus Mesh, that's an extra 20. So it's like, what, 60 right there? Well, somewhere around there. Kind of get the drift that I'm going on. And then if you use something like, even like Hodo, you're still getting like, what, maybe 40 if you get lucky enough. And then like FCR rings, all that crap. Why is mine not so there? So I don't know how people are getting like 200 FCR, but because you can't get FCR boots, and even with gloves, it's like that. But all together, they had like 185. So they're somehow missing like an additional like 15 FCR. But even with that faster cast rate, God, this is so goddamn boring. Especially with Neotech, because there'd be times where I'm like hitting like 30k lightning damage on him, and he's just absorbing that shit. And it's like, then you got to deal with his Vipers and then like the Stygian Furies that are pummeling you, and trying to keep my goddamn mercenary alive at the same damn time until I can afford. I want to say it's Fortitude. It's the one that gives you frozen armor, I think it is. But it requires a low rune. I haven't bothered farming runes lately because it's just like getting burnt out on that. This may not be the way to go. Usually with underground paths, it's tricky because sometimes it might be the right way, sometimes it might not. The other thing I forgot to mention too, of like Campathy and whatever your form you're going with, your forms will give you more base damage, but like Campathy will give you more health. So people are very picky about which stats you actually, or which skill points you actually put those in, preferably based on how you're building your character. So choice optional. If you want more health, go like Campathy. If you want more damage, you know, choose your form. I'm probably choosing more health because the WereBear is going to lack in damage. Lack in damage anyways because he's more built as a tank. So I may have like half the damage of a werewolf form, but I'll have like almost 3 times as much health. So I will last and I'll fight a lot longer too. Okay, good. We got the right way. Oh! Farmer John's here. Looks like you coming after my apple tree, boy? I don't think so. And the waypoint.
Tree teems with energy.
What the hell is this shit? I'm definitely taking a screenshot of this. You have the entrance, the tree, and the waypoint. I've never gotten that. That is a hell of a roll. If I could ever get this goddamn lucky on on hell difficulty, that's awesome. Okay, that right there just made my damn day. I forgot what the hell I was even talking about. That just kind of like completely threw me off. We need to repair our gear. But yeah, with the forms, so.
Greetings.
Or you could go like high-end damage with low health WereBear, but. Shit. I think I'm having one there. God damn it. Fuck it, we're gonna squint. It's the one thing you never want to do, especially when you're looking at a computer screen for so long. They tell you to like look away, like at a wall or some crap like that for like 30 seconds because it lets your eyes readjust. But if you're always having to continuously squint at a screen, you're gonna need glasses. You know, most people in their lifetime don't ever want to hear those words. You're gonna need glasses. I'm like, no, I'm getting older. No, you've been staring at a screen for too damn long. Trust me, I had like used to have the best vision you could have at your younger age, but you know that shit slowly starts creeping up on you to the point where you know, having to squint from far away and shit. So think it's like nearsighted or farsighted. Whatever the hell one it is where you can't see far away. That's what I have. So that's one of the reasons I ever get glasses. Let's see what's over there. Alright, Kane. I'm gonna get you, good buddy. We're almost as tall as the goddamn step. I mean, look at the height of this. It's like maybe 3 feet taller. So if this bear would, well, I'd say that what the average WereBear right there would say, what, maybe 7 feet? So these stones are at least 10 feet tall. He's almost as tall as the goddamn stones.
Yes. Ruins. The fate of all cities.
And he could even reach Kane too. He's like right there. It's the little details that you look at, like how tall some of these characters actually are. Because you look at the barbarian, he's tall. You know, I'm pretty sure he's actually taller than Diablo 3. But you look at, like, you know, the weird forms of how tall they are versus the actual characters itself. It's like, they're tall. Where's Griswold at? Oh, you got a blue boy down here. Soul Eater. I don't even have stones. Oh yeah, I've got to show you what I'm merch here too. That's like something you want to meet at a buffet line. Can I cut in line? Oh, sure, go ahead. What's your name? Soul Eater. You're gonna get back in the line real quick. Basically, she's rocking the 2 pieces of Arctics and biggest one I get. Nothing really too fancy. The good old Amplify. What the hell I just picked up? That's one thing I would love to see for like a Diablo 2 Resurrected mod or some crap like that. Oh, blanket on here, freeze my ass off. To where you just have nothing but Amplify on. Try doing that on a hardcore run, because Amplify increases your damage, doubles your damage to you when you take physical or magic. Put that on a hardcore run. You ain't getting very far. Because that's one of those instances you need like max block rate. And even then, I don't think that would even save you, especially against crap like Stygian Dolls, where they pretty much have targets, ignore targets defense, and they'll just hit you through your block rate anyways. Be a car go by because these kind of pretty much blurt out any goddamn sound that there is, so almost close to noise canceling headphones, except I'm not flipping at like $200 on the things.
As a token of regret.
Yeah.
You have risked greetings.
Alright, let's see what the crappy roll ring is. What the hell's this shit? 6%. No, that's just trash. Like 99.9% of the time, all your rings you'll get from like Ormus or Kara are going to be like complete trash. Very rarely will you ever get a good ring going like, you know, this is actually a pretty good ring, I can use this. What do we think here? 18 minutes? Alright, so we're going to end the first recording here. We just saved Kane. The hell's next? We could do Forgotten Tower. Yeah, we do Forgotten Tower. Been one of those days. I'm just like finished filing taxes, so I'm like got that on my mind. I'm trying to scoot that out of the way for income tax and waiting for that to come in. Surprisingly, it's only gonna take like 2 weeks, so actually I heard it's like relatively short. But either way, stay safe, healthy, and sanitized. Make sure to drop a like, think about subscribing, leave comments below, and I guess a comment would be how often do you play the were forms? Do you prefer were form wolf or the bear? And make sure to check them all out. See you guys.